did you decide to run for re-election?
Yeah, bottom line, I think, you get vested into the success that you're building with the county. We've got a lot of progress moving, and I just like to be a part of keeping that progress going. The financial condition of the county is probably as best as it's ever been, and I think a lot of that is due to my financial background that I brought to the county, and I just want to maintain that success that we've been seeing.
Continue to work on, or just some of those new things that you plan to work on?
Right. Yeah. Recently, we just finished adding a bed space to the county jail, and right behind that now we've started a project for a new detention center for juveniles. And so I just want to make sure that project runs smoothly and we get the new juvenile detention center up and running. We are looking also at either major renovations or possibly a new library, and I want to maintain and stay involved in that process as well. We continue to work with infrastructure, upgrading roads throughout the county. We've added quite a bit of funding in the last 2 or 3 years for that, and that'll be a continued priority as well.
And why do you think those things are important to be continue to work on and just develop those?
Sure. Yeah, primarily, obviously the primary purpose of the county government is to maintain safe roads and then to provide for the safety of our citizens through the law enforcement as well as the detention centers. So that's where I tend to put a lot of my focus and a lot of my priority. Other areas such as the library, that's more of a just an enjoyment of life atmosphere, and so we want to make sure that things like that are not forgotten about too. But my priorities have always been the roads as well as law enforcement.
And this one relates to that one specifically, just to that question that you did mention some of them, what issues would you plan to fix or maybe just improve on?
Yeah, I think mainly it's just to continue. We want to continue to watch out for the taxpayers' taxes. Obviously, they're paying for everything that we do, and so we want to make sure that we're looking at every project to make sure it's the most cost-effective that we can, but also to provide those safe streets and ample law enforcement officers out there to provide for the safety of our citizens.
And this one is maybe for a new candidate, but I think you can definitely relate to this. How do you see yourself working with your commissioners in the court, or just how have you worked with them?
Sure. Yeah. Obviously, I'm the longest tenured commissioner on the court, so I've worked with a lot of different commissioners over the years. Had 4 different county judges now that I've worked with, and I've been able to work with all of them. Even to the point where a few years ago I received an endorsement from one of the Democrats on the court. And so, I've been able to work very well with all the commissioners and continue to do so, and we'll work with any new ones that come on board.
And definitely, this question is just very broad, but you can expand it in many different ways. What sets you apart from, the other candidates?
Yeah, I think right now it's the consistency that I brought to the court. I'm consistently conservative, and I do have the 22 years of history to back that up. So I think the main thing is I have a track record that people can look at and decide if they like what I'm doing, then they can reelect me and keep me doing the same job for the next 4 years. Obviously, the new people that would come in don't really have a track record. They can say what they want to say, but there's no proof that they've done that or will do that. Whereas with mine, I have a good long track record of taking care of the public trust.
Awesome. And just 2 final questions here. What's one of the things that you're most proud of, or a big accomplishment throughout your tenure?
Sure. I think obviously law enforcement is one of the big successes that we've had. The law enforcement officers, we've been able to improve their pay and improve their competitiveness throughout the region. Also just adding additional law enforcement and additional patrol vehicles, again, all geared towards the public safety. So that's always been one of the priorities that I've had, and I'm proud to show that we've been able to make great improvements in that area.
Awesome. And my final question is, anything else you would want to add that we didn't cover?
No, I think main thing is just again look at the track record, and I think I'm doing what the public wants me to do, and fortunately they've reelected me time and time again because they can count on me to do the right thing and to do it right the way they want it.